What's going on, family? This is David W. Williams, online traffic expert. You can follow my blog at followdavid.net. And what I want to talk to you today about is leadership and how you need to develop as a leader to be the person that you want to be as an entrepreneur. And a lot of people come into the home-based business industry and they really think that they're not successful because they don't know the secret or they don't know a particular skill. And all of those things are true. You know, if I know something you don't know, then I know a secret. And if I have certain skill sets you don't have, then, you should try to develop some kind of skill sets you can bring value to other people. But the biggest impediment to people in success in life in general, regardless of whether or not they're a home-based business entrepreneur or they're doing some kind of other type of business, is the fact that they have not developed themselves as a leader. And that is pretty much the hardest thing. It's easy to go learn paid traffic strategies. It's easy to learn how to do certain particular things. But developing yourself as a leader so you can be in a position to lead other people and develop other leaders is going to be very difficult. And I don't mean leader from the standpoint of you make a certain amount of money per month. I mean leader from the standpoint that you can inspire people to be the best that they can be. And to me, that's the kind of leadership that I'm going towards, and that's the kind of leaders that I want to develop. Because you being the best you can be may not mean that you make 100 grand a month. So if we always work under the paradigm that you're only a leader based on how much income you bring in per month or per year, we're missing out on a lot of different types of leadership. Because the top sales leaders in the MLM network and the MLM industry, they've all made more money than Martin Luther King ever made in his life. But I would not classify them as effective and as influential as leaders as he is. So the biggest thing holding you back is the lack of leadership developed in yourself. And one of the reasons for that is because pretty much our whole life we're indoctrinated and we're conditioned to be a follower. See, your job really doesn't want you to be a leader. They want you to come to work and do what they tell you to do and go home. Even if you decide to be a leader on your job, it may not benefit you financially. It may not benefit you because people on the job may not want you to be a leader. They may be threatened by that. So people, they pick these type of context clues in their environment up, and they realize that, you know what, the best thing for me to do is to not be a leader. And then you come into, entrepreneurship, and you realize that to be successful as an entrepreneur, I have to be a leader. Because it's easier to not be a leader than it is to be a leader. There's a lot of people that want to do things in their life, and this weekend they're going to be distracted by football, and they're not going to be a leader in their own life and do the things they need to do to pull themselves forward, because it's harder to do that than to sit on the couch and watch football all weekend. And so your biggest obstacle as an entrepreneur is going to be developing yourself as a leader. It's not going to be learning a traffic strategy. It's not going to be learning conversions. It's going to be developing yourself as a leader. That's going to be your biggest strategy, because once you figure out how to do that, then you can start figuring out how to develop other leaders based on the leadership that you've been taught. So I'm here to tell you that the success you desire is going to be contingent upon you developing yourself as a leader. And once you have the ability to do that, and you start being comfortable with seeing yourself as a leader, not feeling like that's a responsibility and a title for somebody else, and understanding in this industry we call the home-based business industry, or the MLM industry, or the online marketing industry, you're not a leader just because you make a certain amount of money. You're not. And I don't subscribe to that, and I'm not trying to develop people that have that same kind of mindset. Because you can make a certain amount of money selling means you can make a certain amount of money selling. It doesn't mean you're a leader of people. So really start to examine how you can develop yourself as a leader, and start clicking up with other people that are trying to develop themselves as leaders and be the most effective and the most powerful person they can be. This is David W. Williams, the online traffic expert. Peace out.